Do a walkthrough of getting more storage on the phone, even if you can't. Even when it's starting to give you a warning, like the old way, you used to go to settings, then all apps, then look through all the apps for the highest. And it was usually gallery where you would store video or and things like that, and you could delete those. But now, for some reason, that might not show up in all apps, and it's actually in the recycle bin. So what you want to do is go to settings, then with the main problem, which is in storage. Um, you know, you could go to free up space, or you could scroll down and look for the largest place, which is actually files. Mine was 36 gigabytes and stuff, and uh, basically it's just old recycle bin stuff that the phone just hasn't processed or things like that. So open the files and then open with files just once, and you should be able to. And then there's a list of the files like movies, DC, just information about the system, the storage systems. And the first one is OP recycle bin. I don't really well. Or you could scroll down and look for the largest place, which is actually files. Mine was 36 gigabytes and stuff, and uh, basically it's just old recycle bin stuff that the phone just hasn't processed or things like that. So open the files and then open with files just once, and you should be able to. And then there's a list of the files like movies, DC, just information about the system, the storage systems. And the first one is OP recycle bin. I don't really usually etc. But just mainly from settings, and either it's storage or it's the apps. It does give you information on how many gigabytes the system has or is in that location. So mine was in the recycle bin, so select all and delete it. And you can also check other places, even going back to settings and checking all the apps. You should also get into the habit of going into your Google accounts. You might have one or two Google accounts, and go into like look for some of the history, like and even YouTube. Just clear the history so that there's not so that's not really slowing down your. But yeah, I've been going. I haven't done this for like a year or two and things like that. Especially with the recycle bin, I would just record, make video, and delete it, etc. But all of a sudden things just started getting really slow. Maybe I got like an app or something, or got a small application problem and things like that. I forget what it's really called. And so that's just how it is. And basically, just to kind of go through, this was kind of an ongoing problem, and luckily I found this as soon as my data. I mean, I've been kind of following my free space, because I noticed that my 64 gigabytes wouldn't really like be like normal from like a month or a week ago. It'll be at a certain level of 36, or 36%, 54% used, and it just wasn't the same. And then all of a sudden it starts to really fill up and stuff. And so I basically you could kind of try to understand what Google is figuring out, or just look for yourself and just look for knowing how you cleared a lot of data in apps and gallery, from an older phone and stuff. You can actually go into the storage this time, and then look for the largest, where the most largest data is. And sometimes it's like, I thought I checked this, but but it turns out you didn't check, or I didn't check the recycle bin or something like that, and that's where all the 36 gigabytes were. So yeah, and then basically selected all and deleted it, and the storage went back to normal and stuff like that. So that's what is actually filling up, phone data or something. But that's just what I did. 36 gigabytes. Now and with all the interesting stuff with programming, and just trying to just be you know and different things that you might do, things that are actually running to infect other apps like Amazon, or just all types of stuff, Craigslist, you name it. You never really know. Most of my video on clearing up some free space. I also found this rock earlier today. This might be asphalt, but growing up, I've encountered a few of these. That looks really cool, because in the sunlight you can see all the little glass dust particles. But that's mainly glass and tar, and then they pour. This is pretty much road concrete, and there's rocks and things that are held together by a tar and a glass powder. But I'm not 100%. Maybe it's a natural rock. It feels really like sandstone and things like that. It looks like sandstone. Sandstone is basically somehow held. It's held together. It feels like powdery and things. But so yeah. So the full space and data stuff, it could crash your video game. It could have problems logging onto other websites and stuff. Especially when you kind of watch movies, get a lot of advertising, or movies programs and things don't fully turn off and things. Even with your camera and things like that. And another thing that I didn't mention in the video was you could check the recent delete list and there's nothing there, and it's that 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 was like after deleting a video, from your gallery or a image or screenshot, you would go to your recent deleted videos, and then they're on there for a 30-day wait list. And then if that's even empty, you got to go back to the beginning of this video and go into the files and then the recycle bin, and that's like pretty much the third or fourth logic gate to free up your phone's memory. And then maybe yeah, just stand by and relax, and I'll see you guys on the next Upside DIY. Do a walkthrough of getting more storage, like the old way. You used to go to set through all the apps for the highest, and it was usually gallery where you would store video or and things like that, and you could delete those. But now, for some reason, that might not show up in all apps, and it's actually in the recycle bin. So what you want to do is go to settings, then with the main problem, which is in storage. You could go to free up space, or you could scroll down and look for the largest place, which is actually files. Mine was 36 gigabytes and stuff, and basically it's just old recycle bin stuff that the phone just hasn't processed or things like that. So open the files and then open with files just once, and you should be able to. And then there's a list of the files like movies, DC,